Hey there! Welcome to the first debate on the Debate Deathmatch server. The two characters that are going to be used during this debate are Martian Manhunter and Samus. Also, I would like to preface this recording by saying that these debaters are new to debating, so they don't necessarily know what to look for. This is their first time, and so this is more of a learning curve rather than your typical debate. And with that being said, I think we can hop right into the video.
This is not going to end well.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's time to
Hey,
debate, boys. Welcome to Debate Deathmatch. This is the first debate of the debate tourney. As we kick things off, the first debate will be between BOI2MEME and the
that's
DinoDude.
me.
BOI2MEME will be representing Martian Manhunter, and
I
DinoDude will
am.
be representing Samus. Yeah. Uh, Quick rules. We're going to let's not be toxic or anything. Present your points.
I find that hard to do.
Okay, fair enough. Don't be overly toxic then.
Fine.
Um, just I think you guys know how to do debates. I'll just do a quick run through. We're gonna start with opening statements. You're gonna do those, and then you guys can start arguments. You can talk over each other or do anything you want, or you could do it in a more of a formal way where you do points and everything else. Uh, and then finally, we'll go to conclusions. You guys give your conclusions on
Oh,
why you think you won the
no.
debate, and then we will go to voting, which will just be me and Corn King as the judges. And without further ado, I think I'll have everyone mute their mics, aside from Boy2Meme and Dino Dude.
Ben, do you want to start first?
Uh, you can start.
All right, opening statements, correct?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. So basically, Martian Manhunter is an overpowered man of Mars, and he has amazing powers. He is super duper underrated. Take down Superman if he wanted to, and he's just all around a overpowered man. Like this dude, I don't think he's accomplished anything under outstanding or amazing. And the way that he is utilized is it's sad, but I understand if they didn't use him full power. If he was at full power, this man would make a series into an episode. If there was like a giant guy, like a villain, he could make quick work with him. And I think that's I think that's really cool about the character, and I think he's really cool as well. Going into this, I had not a lot of information about MM, but now looking at all of his feats, his strengths, his powers, I think he's one of my favorite superheroes in the DC. So that's my opening statements. Dino dude.
Well then. Well, despite being a massive Nintendo cuck, I did not know much about Samus's capabilities going into this. What I did find out, though, is that despite what she looks like, being merely a bounty hunter, she has surprisingly incredible feats and has achieved many superhuman capabilities that I did not think were possible for her. From her more standard appearances in games to some of the more out there niche stuff, Samus has proven to be very capable of taking on things that are well above her weight class. It also doesn't help that she has a wide variety of weapons and tools to use. This slightly complicates things as I have to pick specifically one suit for her to wear, as she has a lot of them over the course of the games. But I'll get to that when we get to that. That is all from me.
Okay. So what's next?
We're not very good at this.
Now you guys are gonna want to go into one of your first arguments. That could be strength, speed, durability. Go into any of those categories, or if you want to go off track, you can just start just rambling on why your character would kind of thrash the other opponent.
Okay, I'm gonna go with his powers. His powers include super speed, super strength, invulnerability, flight, obviously, shape-shifting, invisibility, telepathy, telekinesis, super intelligence. He's very, very intelligent. Intangibility and optic blast. With his telepathy and his telekinesis, he could do a lot of stuff. Like, for example, his telepathy, it can reach across space and time through to any other like member that he wants to go to. Say like the Justice League right here, and this is going through multiple galaxies and faraway places, and he's connecting to every single one of them. And one of his feats with this telepathy is that he connected to everybody's mind at one point. I do not have a scan for that, but he read through every person's mind, and he can fry people's brains, which is very, very OP. That's going over to the OP part. And I think that's super duper dope. And with his telekinesis, I guess you could call that a hack. He literally can throw people into, like, say, the sun. And that's super duper dope, Cooking. Yeah. So that's some of my stuff.
I guess I'll go then. The first thing I should preface before I talk about my feats, the thing is, over the course of time, Samus has gotten a lot of different suits with a lot of different powers, and as such, they have varied over time. Some suits have unique powers over others, and some are different based on the timeline. There's apparently a timeline of events of these games. For the purpose of this debate, I have chosen specifically this suit right here, the Phazon suit from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, which has some particularly powerful abilities and place in the timeline. Going into Samus herself, her training under the Chozo has given her superhuman capabilities, incredible agility, boundless stamina, mastery of multiple martial arts. However, being frank, without the suit, Samus is very, very underpowered compared to many other beings in the world. That's why she has the suits, which come equipped with a wide variety of beams, grapple beams, missiles, bombs, which can apparently destroy planets, and other unique capabilities that this particular suit brings to the table. Let me just go look through a few things that I have here. With the power of her suit, she's able to travel faster than light with the power of her speed booster, and her lifting strength is at least class 100, which I believe was, that's 200 pounds, it says. Admittedly, her immediate, like, raw stats aren't exactly incredible. For the most part, she is rather limited in that regard. However, she has a wide arsenal of weapons to choose from. This is basically her draw over other beings. That's all I have to say for the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna go on to speed. And his speed is like, this dude can keep up with the Flash and Superman. That's how hard this guy is. His durability, his strength. I gotta scan for this. Hold on. In this picture, it looks okay. So he's taking on Superman, okay, and it looks like he's not even flinching. This dude can take hits like it's a nothing. Going to Superman and that stuff, you could put an honest argument that he could take out Superman with a decent amount of effort, but not enough where he's gonna start sweating. This man can take out the Man of Steel in two 2 seconds. That's a really bad infographic. And I believe Superman does go on record to say he's afraid to face Martian Manhunter, and Well, I mean, Martian Manhunter, he's one of the last Martians. And he says that with a lot of force. Like, oh my gosh, you don't want to mess with me, otherwise you will get crapped on. And like I said before, he's intelligent. So Bruce Wayne, he's smart, but Martian Manhunter can overcome hit the Bruce Wayne's brain power with his own intelligence. Say, if there was zero prep time for Martian Manhunter versus Batman, Martian Manhunter is taking that super duper fast. Other things like him going against the Justice League and using his shape shifting ability, that this shows immense strength and all the stuff that he can be able to do, he utilizes with his intelligence, going over like strategies and finding ways to hit weak points in that, and using all of his abilities. It's just amazing, and that's in its own league. Uh, yeah.
All right, I see. Well, I'm not entirely sure how to exactly quantify Martian Manhunter's power comparatively. Samus has been on record, specifically in this form, oddly enough, been able to defeat her Echo Fighter from Smash Bros., Dark Samus, who is a galactic level threat. This puts her at the power of a small star, as said Dark Samus was able to survive the destruction of an entire planet while they were on there. Samus, in regards to her intelligence, is viewed as a genius. In particular, she is incredibly skilled in understanding other alien cultures, perhaps even Martians. That's a hypothetical right there. She's able to navigate around various forms of life and perfectly understands the worlds that she goes to, which are many. She's also been on record shown to defeat very powerful beings, ranging from simpler foes like Ridley to said Dark Samus, to a particularly interesting foe. If I could get a picture of this real quick, I will be. Just give me 1 second. This is like of all the things I expected to hear. How many of you have heard of Metroid Prime Hunters, a DS game where Samus is shown to, on record, destroy this? I don't know much about it, but it's apparently a Lovecraftian god that attempts to destroy the world. Samus destroys this being with a weapon that she has known as the Omega Cannon, which fires off a powerful burst of radioactive energy that could destroy this thing, which can survive practically anything else thrown at it. If Samus has that kind of power, then it's pretty hard for many things to survive her. This isn't even taking into account her the Phazon suit's primary power, which is hyper mode, where she utilized the power of a highly dangerous. Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
I was interrupted. I am terribly sorry. Uh, Going back to what I was talking about, hyper mode for the Phazon suit. If Samus can get into contact with a supply of Phazon, a dangerous and radioactive substance, she can unleash powerful beams of energy while basically being invulnerable in the process. It augments various abilities of hers and allows her to target weak points for massive damage, as the kids say. On top of all of this, Samus has a variety of visors which allow her to scan for various things in a person, including weak spots, heat signatures, sound, and even invisible beings, like Martian Manhunter. Finally, as a final note of her massive arsenal, she can utilize their famous screw attack to fly, basically. She can also jump pretty much infinitely and turn into the morph ball, which does things. It gives her a lot of mobility, a lot of power, and when utilizing Phazon, pretty much makes her nigh indestructible for a time. The only downside to this particular hyper mode is that she must be careful when maintaining it, as if she uses it too much, she will die. That is what I have to say for now.
All right. So you said that she survived her planet getting.
I said that Dark Samus survived a planet.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I was using that to quantify her power. If Samus can kill something that which survives a planetary explosion, she is as strong as a planetary explosion, if not more.
Okay. So that's basically like MM, but he's like one of the last ones, and um, like he's gone against how like Superman and that. Superman has done so many great things and like has countless wins against super beings. Like in let me think. Like a Batman versus Superman, he does the unthinkable just to beat. Oh shoot, what's his name? Hold on.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm finding it. I gotta remember. Uh, yeah, Doomsday. He beats Doomsday. Well, I mean, at his own fault, but then he comes back. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. All right. Anyways, Superman has done way more in the comics than he has in the movies, anyways. Which I believe shows how powerful Martian Manhunter is. If he can take on that Superman in the comics, then I believe he could take on Samus pretty easily. Because if Samus is just using her suits and that stuff, then that's kind of, I don't know how to put it, not really cheating, but like an upgrade. But without those upgrades, Samus is just, I don't know.
This would imply that she's at the end of Prime 3, which she does have those powers. I'm not entirely sure how it works to a point where she keeps losing her powers every single game, but I would assume that she has kept everything throughout the Prime series, as those games are chronologically linked.
Did you say she like gets what was the thing where she gets, I don't know, a kickback from one of her attacks?
Yes, if hyper mode is not properly maintained while using it, she will die in the process, as the resource utilized to use it is extremely dangerous.
I don't think Martian Manhunter gets hurt using some of his stuff, his abilities per se. Like I don't think he gets destroyed from his own attacks just to attack another person.
Well, yes, this would be. She doesn't seem to have any attacks like that. Would he be able to survive this? Is what I'm saying.
With his speed and his flight, yeah, I think he would be able to dodge multiple attacks at once.
We're dealing with someone who has incredible accuracy with her weapons. Some of her attacks are homing. Not that one, but some of her attacks are homing.
Well, using his intelligence, you'd think he'd be able to make her miss. That's the thing.
How does one use intelligence specifically to tell someone to miss?
He can use intelligence just to figure out what the oh my god, trajectory
There you go.
of missiles and bombs. See, that's his most powerful weapon is his intelligence, and plus he can use mind control.
Really, I actually remembered hearing something when I was looking her up about something that prevented her from getting mind control, but I'm gonna have to look back through my notes for that, as I didn't think this would come up.
Hmm.
Like, don't worry, this isn't like an attempt to be like, she just doesn't have it. I genuinely remember hearing that and thinking, oh, it's not gonna be that useful.
The mind control thing.
Yeah, I didn't think the anti-mind control that she had would be useful. I need to look into this and make sure if it's if it's like at this point in her like with this specific suit if she can do that.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm actually not entirely sure. I believe yes, it seems like the device that she gets to do this. I believe it was in the Prime series that she got it. If I'm reading things correctly, but it doesn't specifically say what it is, so I'm not entirely sure how how much. Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Does the suit have it or no?
I believe it would at this point.
Hmm.
I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt and say that it is, which is a
Hmm.
which it sounds extremely sus. I will give you that.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like I kind of need to look into this a little bit more, but I'll let you talk for a bit. I'll
Okay,
let you
well,
go.
if that does have the if the suit does have the mind control, not yeah, the blocker. If it still does have it, he still can utilize all of his other powers. I mean, telekinesis. That's very strong. They can grab something very heavy and throw it onto Samus. And then, what did you say her strength was?
It was that of at least a small star.
Small star. So in theory, Martian Manhunter could throw a small star at her.
He could throw a star at her.
Yeah, there was one thing where he was, what was it? Pulling the Earth back into orbit with Wonder Woman's lasso. And so I think he'd be able to throw a small star at her.
Hmm. Part of me sounds like part of me sounds like that is like 1930s comic book BS, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there.
I mean, it's still comic book though.
It
Yeah,
it is still comic books.
it is.
Let's see.
Uh,
Let's see here. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if we're going under the assumption that he's going to throw a star at her, I don't think there is much that she. I don't think there's much anyone can do about that.
exactly. That's a thing.
Let's
This man is
Can you
this man
guys
is broken.
establish like just actually establish durability so we know what each character can take? Uh, that way you guys can develop what you're arguing against rather than just listing off feats. That'd be more helpful, like to the judges and to the audience to know like what is their positions here.
Okay.
Well, if we're talking about durability specifically, the only thing I could find was her at town level, island level at least. Because funnily enough, like when it comes strictly to durability, there hasn't been much that Samus has canonically done of insanity. She can't survive the explosion of a planet. We know that. She literally escapes from exploding planets like at least 3 times. So it's clear that she can't live that. I'm guessing Martian Manhunter can because comic book characters are typically known for they're unusually hard to kill.
Yeah. This man survived Mars getting attacked.
Like
Uh,
like the planet itself being detonated or like the planet being attacked by an enemy.
I'm pretty sure it's attacked by an enemy.
Which one?
Oof.
Like if it like if it's because if it's just like an army, like that's one thing. But like I'm talking like did he survive an exploding planet?
Let me find this. Hmm. See, this is very hard because I can't find a lot. Like I looked this up and I couldn't find a lot about who is attacking Mars or what attacked it.
It's just he survived an attack on Mars.
Yeah, he's like one of the last Martians.
I mean, I guess if he could survive his entire race being wiped out, that is
You know what?
that's
I'm
something.
just gonna jump in here, uh, just so we can like get over this point because it's going on for forever.
Understandable.
He it was like basically Martian civil war between white Martians and green Martians.
Oh yeah,
Ah, I see.
yeah. Okay, yeah, and
Funnily enough, Samus had her entire home planet wiped out too. So they are similar in that regard. They
that was
both
another
survived.
that was another thing too. He's like holding back a ton of white Martians in his body, and it's really really weird, but it's also really really cool.
So he has like the souls of them in him, and they
Yeah,
give him
yeah,
strength.
like he's holding them back inside himself so that like don't cause another civil war.
Okay, that sounds extremely fucked up, but
Yeah, it is. I read about it, and it's
okay.
some.
That's beside the point.
Yeah,
Okay, where do we take this next? So,
yeah.
do you have confirmation of him at least being able to throw stars at people aside from
Let's see.
the planet comparison? Because a star and a planet are two very different beasts, despite both being, interstellar entities.
Yeah,
I know that with at least one of her suits, Samus is able to survive the surface of a star briefly, but I'm not sure if those two suits are linked. So I will not consider that.
hmm. Mm.
Your time.
So I don't can't find anything besides that him pulling the Earth back into orbit.
That is still quite powerful.
Yeah,
The question would simply come down in this fight, who would win a battle of wits? Would Samus be able to utilize her abilities to outsmart Martian Manhunter? And would
I
Martian
don't know about
lose,
that one,
or do
Chief.
her? Both
This
are
man
quite
is
both are quite capable of killing very powerful beings.
this this dude's got brains though.
So does Samus. But I guess, how smart is Martian Manhunter? How, you have talked about how he is very intelligent, but how so? Give me like a point of comparison.
Uh, his telepathy is very very powerful. His IQ is over 140. So he's also at that genius intellect where Samus is, but I think he's a little bit little bit better because of his way in taking his powers and using them to the next level.
It's interesting because Martian Manhunter's intelligence is directly quantified through his deeds, but technically a lot of Samus's intelligence is more so portrayed through how the player plays her in the games, which is that gets awkward.
Yeah,
I would like to believe that their intelligence is quite similar, and that it's like it gets into hypotheticals at that point about would they be able to outsmart each other, because they inevitably could. It's just how many times they're gonna do it.
yeah,
I'm like trailing off here.
yeah. We are.
Yeah.
Do you have any other thing that you want to talk about or no?
Um, I'm not entirely sure there is anything specific that applies to this version of Samus. There's a lot of other little techniques that she has gained over the time, from like counter strikes to lethal strikes, where she just goes up, grabs you by the neck, and just shoots you right in the face. But like those are basic techniques.
Yeah, I think MM will be able to like fight against that.
It really just comes down to, can MM overpower Samus before she finds out how to beat him?
True.
I guess that raises the question: what are his weaknesses? What exactly would he just die to?
I I saw this. Shoot. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. He had a fear of fire. I know that much.
A fear of fire.
Yeah, but when he overcomes his fire weakness and then he becomes another being, it's really messed up.
Well, if he
It,
still has a fear of fire, I wouldn't see him throwing suns at anybody at anytime soon. Just that is more of a joke than anything else.
yeah.
But
What is?
otherwise, I think that's about it. I heard somewhere that she had a flamethrower. Samus does have a flamethrower. Dang. Well, that probably wouldn't actually do anything, though.
Okay. I read that this dude, MM, if he closes his eyes and like uses his like sees through flame and he like doesn't look at it directly, I'm pretty sure that's how he gets rid of his fear.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I had to throw a Samus weakness out there just to be fair, obviously, if you can take the suit off of her, then yeah, she's kind of weak sauce. But it has been shown that she is able to basically put it on at will. But then again, the suit has never been shown to be outright broken before. So that's a hypothetical.
How fast is Samus again?
At least faster than light,
Okay.
I believe. Or is it
Uh,
at least, or that's the maximum? I just say faster than light.
okay. Do you just want to do closing statements now or no?
Yeah, I think we've talked about as much as we can.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So basically, in the end, when it comes down to strategies, intelligence, overall willpower in a fight, I'm pretty sure MM would win because he is compared to Superman or above Superman almost all the time. And if you know Superman, that man's not gonna go down without a very, very bloody fight. And if we're not going on suits and just how like raw power in that, I think Martian Manhunter takes her out most of the time.
If he can
Because
get
with
rid of, if the suit is out of the equation, then yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
so
You're stepping on your toes. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So that's I'm pretty sure Martian Manhunter would go after it very, very hard, and yeah, that's what I think.
Well,
That's
in
all.
conclusion for me, while I can confirm that Samus's direct stat line doesn't exactly hold up to Martian Manhunter, I believe her arsenal and her ability to adapt to the situation would allow her to, if she can survive the initial onslaught, outwit and figure out how to defeat Martian Manhunter. With the specifics that she has, she can tap into a very powerful source of energy that could give her the upper hand when needed the most. Otherwise, it is an uphill battle for her, I would say, but I do believe that it is possible. Also, I will just say this: at this point in the canon, she hasn't really lost to anything, but I'm pretty sure Martian Manhunter has lost because that's how comics work, and massive that is a massive technicality. I will accept that, but I'm still gonna say it at the end here. That is what I have to say.
Okay, me and Corn King are the judges, but uh, actually, you know what? Us judges will give our says for our like say slash comments first, and then like give our winners. Um, but yeah, and then after that, the audience can say anything or over who they thought who they thought won the debate. Either way, I'm going to start off just by kind of um critiquing the way that this debate happened. Um, you guys did great with bringing up at least some evidence to show your point of view and what your character can do. But whenever you are debating, you're going to want to a little bit more nitpick the other side rather than just list off the feats and then be like, okay, nice, your guy has that feat, and then my guy has this feat. Rather than like just having a list of feats and having us choose at the end, what we want to know is like, can you prove that to us? So I would have wanted to see more of a rebuttal from each side. Like, uh, you guys did it a couple times, but not like frequently at all. Like guys just gave each other stuff here and there rather than like questioning it. Like Tommy, uh, you at one point in the debate you asked like how powerful is Samus again? Like, and I thought you were going to gauge from that, and then like ask for a quantification on how much that is, or really like what does that entail. But you just kind of left it there. And same with you, Ben. You did that as well. Um, and then secondly, just quantifying everything in general. Tommy, you brought up Superman a bunch of times throughout this, but then you only compared him to other characters, and like the only feat that you really brought in for like strength via Superman is a couple battles and pulling the Earth, and Ben compared to Dark Samus, but that kind of missed its mark a little bit. Um, Overall, like I'm just gonna say it once again. Next time, for whichever one of you moves on to the next round, uh, try to like question and learn more about the other character and rebut that, if that makes sense.
Very well then.
Okay.
Um, Trying to think. Uh, I'm glad that you guys brought scans. Now that I kind of gave you just pointers over the debate, I'm gonna uh, correct a couple things. Um, Mainly on Tommy's side because that's where I actually remember stuff uh, out of my own head. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this after we vote, um, because otherwise that might be swaying judges. Joey, you want to say anything as far as comments before you vote as well?
I don't have nearly as much to say about you. This is as much of a learning experience as it is for me as it is for the debaters.
Yeah.
I think it was if I may comment less on the actual
Debate.
I guess less on the debate, more of like just the conversation. It was very civilized. It was just like sort of very nice to listen to. And I know that there could have been more back and forth, but I thought, obviously you both respect each other, both were willing to, like, if someone needed to look for something, it was like, okay, yeah, you can look for that. I don't know. That you both did good.
All right. Well, I think as far as myself, uh, the overall arching, I don't know. This is tough because um, like you quantified the characters and their stats, and you guys had a conversation. So now, rather than like being able to judge based off of the debating skills themselves, I'm moreover having to choose off of which ones scans make the most sense and are consistent. Uh, that being said, I think I have just like 3 scans from each of you, so I got to make do with what I remember and what I see here. Um, like Tommy brought up Martian Manhunter facing the entire Justice League, which wasn't covered, and like that's Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all of those at once, which didn't get a rebuttal from Ben. But then also this like Lovecraftian god, we never got a quantification for that at the same time. So like we don't necessarily know how strong that is in general, since that wasn't quantified. We got a little bit of Dark Samus and I think like a planetary level power there, which was good and helped us to understand. Overall, I'm gonna probably say because um, Tommy was able to like scale through multiple different characters at once, and showed, especially with the mind control, that he could overpower Samus because we never got a solidified answer on the tech suit. I'm gonna probably give this one to Tommy, but it's still extremely close. Joey?
hmm Okay, so sort of what I think about this is, one moment. Well, I think Ben was able to give like it seemed easier to sort of relate to what Ben was saying, sort of like understand the points he was making a little bit easier. But sort of like Jeremy was getting at, when it just comes to like pure evidence and like the strengths of the character, it seemed like what Tommy was able to bring forward through Martian Manhunter just seemed a little bit too much for Samus to keep up with based on the sort of limited information we got here. So I give it to Tommy and Martian Manhunter.
All right.
I
Now,
agree.
audience can talk now if they want to.
Well, I've been here for about 15 minutes, and holy moly.
Most of it was the voting stage.
Yes. Still, holy moly, what a debate. That was some damn good entertainment, boys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
That was good. I liked that a lot. Ben, your debating style kind of reminded me of my Kirby debate against you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can pull that up after this.
No, that's okay.
Please, that's all right.
Please,
That's
no,
okay.
please, God,
We don't
no,
have
no.
to. We don't have to pull up any of my debates, guys. We don't. This is Phil Collins' goat. I think I got you muted or something.
Nah, he's just not
Nope.
saying anything.
No, I'm not.
I thought the debate was okay. You guys just really did not debate though. You just kind of
No,
like
No.
encouraged
Yeah,
each
that was
other
my
to get your
main
points
point.
out.
That's what I was like very friendly. Like, oh yeah, Martian Manhunter's super good. Oh, dude, it sounds like it.
Oh,
I don't even
really?
think
That's like
Samus
Oh
would be.
no,
That's
it's
crazy.
okay.
Too soft for this type of shit.
Oh, you
Well, no,
you
like,
lost your
I'm
scans.
not
That's
giving
okay,
it to
dude.
you. Like,
Take your
I'm not
time.
laying that on you, Ben. I'm laying it on both of you. Really, you were
I
just
know
like it
that,
was
but
very
still,
nice.
Still, I'm too soft. I don't have the ability to go completely ape like you guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like
same.
Jeremy
Yeah,
I was
goes
just
like,
waiting
I
for
knew it
somebody to
was-
say,
I'm gonna
"Oh, you
murder
idiot!
everyone."
Where's your data to back that up?"
Yeah,
They're just
where's the
like,
data?
Oh, that's so cool! Oh my gosh,
I
that
got-
is awesome.
Oh, for real, bro? That's pretty crazy.
That's
Yeah.
super duper dope.
but where's your info?
But bro,
I should have realized that like you're supposed to be kind of a dick in these types of
yeah, like it was really funny because
What a great sport.
Yeah, I was like, dude, going into this, I was like, okay, clearly Ben just gets turbo stomped. But I was like, when he brought up the Lovecraftian like
God.
entity, I don't know. I feel like if you like,
if you would have actually like
If we would have quantified
it, yeah,
what
Yeah,
the
I should have quantified that because like
that was like the
really,
linchpin. That's like,
wait,
holy
what?
moly.
Yeah. That's.
it's
what I
like how
thought.
Jeremy
Like,
threw
what?
my freaking fourth wall break out the wall
a causality.
because I didn't have good enough scans and I didn't have enough
Yeah, it's
information
very
about
strange
the
because
actual.
I was like listening to Ben, right? It was like, yeah, I don't really know much about this. Apparently, she fights this ancient Lovecraftian being and absolutely wipes the floor with it. Let's see what else. Okay, so she can turn into a little ball and do some ball bombs also. Another thing she can do.
Look, I'm okay graciously losing to this.
That is
I don't think I'm qualified for this.
Metroid, ladies and gentlemen.
But that is Metroid.
And they still need to make another game.
They're going to.
No, they
Metroid
are.
comes
Isn't
out.
Oh, yeah,
Metroid
let's
not
go.
going to? I heard that the actual alien species, the Metroids, aren't going to be in the game.
Apparently they
Because they're
died off.
extinct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned about that.
The last Metroid is in
Hilarious.
captivity. The rest have all died.
Nice.
Hilarious.
What
So
what great game.
Okay,
so
well,
Metroid 3 is the end of it, and Metroid 4 is just Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
True.
Oh yeah.
okay, I want to bring up something I found. Like, I part of me didn't want to bring it up because it involves like a different suit, but like basically like the funny thing about the whole Metroid situation is that yeah, the Metroids were a threat to the galaxy, but turns out they were the predators to an even bigger threat. These parasites that kill you and steal your DNA. And one of them
Oh,
is
yeah.
named Samus, and she just absolutely beefs it for a bit. Like she gets back in her spaceship, she's like, "I'll be fine." Just like crashes the spaceship. She somehow lives, but she ends up having to get a new suit that's like kind of biologically linked to her, and she's just like a wussy ass little shit now. And that's like the furthest point in the canon. She's just currently a shitter.
Wait, was that the game where you're like hunted down by the other
Yeah.
suit?
Yeah.
I remember
yeah,
that
the
one.
fricker steals your suit.
Currently,
Get
canon,
your suit
Samus
jacked by
fucking
like a
sucks.
By
This is-
microbe.
Imagine getting your suit jacked by a microbe. Like
Dude,
that's the difficult thing about Samus. She's done all these crazy stuff that when you really think about it, it's like
Dude, imagine your
really smart, but
smartwatch
she's still just
starts
like
to
a
try
fricker.
killing you.
Yeah, basically.
Yo, what a oh man, I debate that. Me versus a
Wait.
smartwatch.
You versus a
Time for
Okay.
you to watch.
next debate. Who's taking me on it? Tommy versus 15 toddlers.
I don't know. A trillion tigers versus the sun. I mean, that's a lot of tigers.
that's
Oh.
a lot of tigers.
Oh,
Dude, it is so many tigers.
I was ready halfway through. I was just fully prepared for Ben to just say, you know what, frick it. In Super Smash Brothers, Samus is able to go toe-to-toe with King DDD, who's known to go toe-to-toe with Kirby.
I already had to like.
Kirby is
I
God.
had to-
Kirby is
I had
the
to
best
kill
character.
Tommy.
Ask me about this.
I-
This
I-
scared
I
me.
had no. I had to kill Tommy on the movies halfway through the debate, and I was like, if I have to do this to Ben too, that'd be so sad.
I love how, literally 5 minutes after I got here, Jeremy barges in, unmutes himself, breaking the fucking immersion. And
you
it's
guys
just
are
like, okay,
idiots.
okay.
Listen to me.
let me
Yeah,
just
that was very
say something
stupid of me.
really
I was
quick.
very freaking stupid.
Please, have structure. Thank you. Okay, I'm gone.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick outro, and then we can have more conversation.
Terrific.
Learn,
Great.
rationalize. I hate you, Tommy. Learn, rationalize, and happy debating. Yay.
And subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hey, baby, subscribe.